Hello and welcome to another episode of Mahjong Review. Today we will review one or two of my games because I felt like they were noteworthy of reviewing. So I only play about one or two games a day, so these two were from yesterday the 15th and I only played one game today on the 16th. So let's start out with one from yesterday first because I felt like there's something to sort of learn from it, and I make mistakes too. So let's see where we go. Starting hand, we have a isolated one, we have the east, and we have the west. Yeah, so as you can see, my preference is to toss the isolated terminal tile because the east can give me a possible Yaku, and the west is a safe tile that I can hold on to later, or if I want to make Pinfu. I don't have any pairs in the starting hand. If I draw into another west, this could be my pair, and I can still possibly get into Pinfu. This 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7 looks like a pretty good shape if I draw a 5, a 8, possibly even a pure straight, but unlikely, but possible. So let's go in order. Can I click? No. Okay. Okay, so the dealer cut a Dora tile, so he is probably ready from their discards, possibly something in the bamboo or the character tiles. Okay, he calls Ricci. For some reason the replays doesn't make the Ricci sound, but he calls Ricci, and then at this point we are not in Tenpai, we're not even in Ishanten, so the best thing to do is to just play safe and fold. And the left player also calls a Ricci and starts chasing. And then at this point, they toss a 7, we'll toss a 7. That's, just play whatever that's safe. He cut a 4, I cut a 4. And, I'm still maintaining my shape. Could you have cut a 1? You could, but it would not be the safest, right? The 4 is guaranteed safe. The 1, they could possibly have a pair of 1s waiting to take your 1. Possibly. Okay, I made an interesting move here. What did they toss? I was way sorry. Go back. They tossed an 8. And then at this point, I decided to... There's two people in Ricci, and I'm trying to outpace them. And they tossed an 8. Do I have any more safe tiles? The 1 possibly is a safe tile. My thought process was that I'm just gonna try to see if I can outspeed them and toss the 1 and to get a Tanyao hand basically. Was this the right move? Probably not, because this is only a Tanyao hand and we are risking dealing into 2 Riccis. Yeah, not many safe tiles. Sometimes when you don't have any safe tiles and you can't really fold, you might as well just try to win before they do. So I take the chi there and I toss the 1. So now I'm waiting for a 4. I'm waiting for a pong of either of these two. I'm waiting for a 3 and a 6. I also think I recognized that the 7 was a safe tile against a left dealer, or a left player at least. So my thought was very likely that I was going to toss these two anyways to get into Tenpai. Okay, I cut a 2. That seems risky. It's, kind of half Suji here. It's safe against a cross player, but not the other two. But they both toss an 8. So it's like half, it's like maybe 20% safe. Okay, so I did get into Tenpai. I did break up the whole 1, 2, 3, 4 shape. But they did toss the 1 and the 4, so I knew that those were guaranteed safe. These two were a little more risky. I was definitely pushing it for a 1 Han hand. The 6 was safe.
Run.
The 6 is safe because the 3 is safe. Yeah, and I managed to clutch in the win. You get one Han and 2 Ichi sticks, so not too bad. Not too bad. So from that hand, you basically just won by speed. I actually want to see what exactly they were waiting on. You were waiting on a 2. Okay, I had both of them. And you were waiting on a 6. Not the best weights from these two players. This hand looks pretty valuable. 2 Dora. No Pinfu. Okay, so 3 Han at the very least. So I had the 2 2s and one was in the wall and one's still possibly to be drawn. Yeah, sometimes you just have to beat them by speed, especially if they have such bad weights. I wouldn't advise it though. I just got lucky. Sometimes you just have to recognize when you get lucky. Okay, so next hand, let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, the hand looks like a pure straight, right? You do have to get rid of the 6-7 bamboo shape, but if you pong the 1s, you pong the 3s, you pong the west, and suddenly you have 4 shapes. You just need 1 more shape. Yep, I immediately cut the middle of the 6-7s because those are more dangerous. And I'm sure everyone can tell that I'm going for some type of half flush. Yep. Cut all the bamboos. Yep, you pong the 1. We're not in 10 pi, we're close. Some awkward weights, right? Because if this 7, 8, 9 is a thing, then we need to somehow use this 7. If we pong the 7, then we're waiting on a really, like a hell weight, basically, which is really awkward. So ideally we draw a 5, a 6, maybe an 8, maybe even a green. Oh, we got a 6. Yep, we got a double-sided weight. That's pretty good. So how much is this worth? This is 2 Han for half flush and 1 Han for the west. So 3 Han. 3 Han hands are good, and everyone can tell what I'm going for. So what do? This left player, he's still cutting 9s. They're kind of safe, but they're still character tiles. You don't have to take the risk to do this. Ooh, I tossed a 4. This was a scary tile, but you know, we're in 10 pi, we have a 3 Han hand, why not?
Sumo.
Oh, and a sumo. Not bad, not bad. 3 Han. So as of right now, I'm leading, right? I'm leading by 9,000 points or so. I don't have to take any real risk if I can. I'm tossing the honor tiles. This hand looks like it could be a closed Ricci Pinfu hand, right? You have pairs here. If I draw a 7, we're gonna get rid of this 1. If we get a 4 and a 7 here, we can fill up this gap. That's how it looks like to me, and that's why I toss these honor tiles, because I know I'm not gonna use them, and I'm not gonna use this 9. I'm not gonna use this 1. Okay, so 3, 5, 7 is a decent shape because the door is in the middle. Regardless if I draw a 4 or if I draw a 6, I can still use this Dora, which is good. Sometimes you have like 3, 3, 5. Efficient wise, yes, you can keep that shape, but are you really going to toss away the 5 Dora? You're probably not. So you're very likely to just use the 3 and the 5 and not the other 3, so you can toss that one out early sometimes. This is our pair. Very likely this is our pair. Okay, we got a 2. So I'm playing faux. There's no defense here, right? None of these tiles are safe. If anyone calls Ricci, I'm just going in for it. I even opened my hand. Why did I open my hand? I guess I'm really trying to outspeed them. Unless if I don't see a 4, 5, 6. I could 4, 5, 6. Very unlikely, but I think I'm just going for Tanya. I just want to secure. I just don't want their dealership to last very long. Any small hands to get the game moving is probably a good thing for me. That's probably my thought process for opening this hand. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This looks big, right? Yeah, Toy East, right? East is 2 Han for the dealer. This, if they get a half flush or Toy, that's already 2 Han. That's 4 Han. This is a dealer Mangan pretty much. Do I fold? Should I start thinking about folding? I should start thinking about folding. I have a 5. And this. And a 2. So I can consider it. I can't toss any of these character tiles just in case if he's going half flush. And any tiles that I do not see being thrown out before is also a scary possibility. I toss an 8 because I cut an 8 before, and he cut a 5. Oh. Yeah, he had Toy. So yeah, dealer Mangan, 12,000 points. And now he's ahead of me, so now I need to do a little chasing. What do we have? We need to get rid of this 9, we need to get rid of these 2 possibly, or if we draw into one of them, we could use it. It will only get us 1 Han, but if we have this 6, keep the 6, and somehow draw into a 7, or draw into a 5 that can accept the 7 Dora, then we will have 2 Han. And very small possibility you can make Sanshoku with the 6, 7, 6, and 6. You're very far away. I'm very far away, but it's possible. 5, 6, 7, right? Coming into the shapes. Let me go back a turn. Why did I toss a 9 here? Hypothetically, you could have a 5, 6, 7, and a 7, 8, 9. That is a possibility, but I'm sure that I was imagining a different endgame for our hand. We could still accept the 8 here, right? Yeah, we can still accept it. I'm very, very likely not going Tanyao. So let's see what goes on. We still have the 2 honor tiles. They were just cut, so now I know that it's kind of safer to cut it. Okay, so I drew into the green. Now I possibly have the green and Dora. And yeah, I drew back, I drew the 8s, which is awkward, because now the 9 was cut. Yeah, maybe shouldn't have cut the 9. I'm not sure what my thought process was. Okay, this is looking a little better. So now if we draw a 6 or a 9, or we can somehow pull into this, we can start doing things. We can also have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 pairs. Almost. Maybe have 5 pairs, maybe you go 7 pairs, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, they called the Ricci a few turns back. They called Ricci here, and I cut the 1. I have nothing. Oh, you should cut the green. But part of me still probably thinks that I want to try to win this with a green. Oh. Okay. 1, 1, 1. 1 is safe because he tossed a 4. It's very likely that 1 is safe. I have 2 of the 1s, and one is out already, so If he's waiting for a 1, it's probably like a single tile wait. So I'm gonna cut the other 1, yep. And then he cuts a 2. I'll probably cut the 2 now. Yeah, this is a safe tile. See, I always leave. Well, I just drew into that, but yeah. No, I didn't draw it. I drew into that the other turn. But yeah, honor tiles are safe. This is safe. So a little benefit for keeping honor tiles in your hand for the late game. Oh, I made a call. I called the Dora tile. I still think that I might have a chance of winning. I do have to push some dangerous tiles. The 4 is somewhat safe because they cut the 7 Dora. There's no way you have a 5-6 and you didn't take the 7. So I know that this is safe. This has probably influenced me to make this call. If I know that I have at least 1 or 2 safe tiles that I will cut to improve the hand, I would open my hand and try to outspeed the other players. Okay, so that's the safer tile. Nope. So after... Okay, so my dot. So I pivoted instead from using the green because it was already out. Actually, when they tossed it, I chose not to call it. Yeah, so I ignored the call for the green because these are my safest tiles. Honestly, as of right now, these 3 are my safest tiles, and the 8 right here. So I know that I have 4 safe tiles. I can still try to get into Tenpai by Tanyao or something by tossing these 4 safe tiles and somehow using a 4, 5, 6, a 3, 4, 5. Yeah, some type of way to get into Tenpai. Because I'm gonna break up the hand anyways to toss these safe tiles. This one is safe. Yep. Yep. So I just keep making calls, and it's sumo, but that's likely what my plan was. So now I have 2 players who are slightly above me. The starting hand is not the best, but it's okay. I have 1 Dora. I can... Oh, so I toss this 2 for efficiency reasons. Because it's a floating 2. Whereas, you know, 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape, and 5 shape. Yeah, for efficiency reason, I toss this 2. If I kept this 2, I could possibly accept the Dora, which is a possibility. I didn't have to toss this 2. You could have played around this. I could have tossed this 1. Could have tossed this 8. But that was a choice that I made. So now I have a lot of pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 pairs. Left player is dealing a lot of these middle tiles. A 5, a 7, a 5, a 4, a 6. Looks like they could possibly be going for all outside hand or 13 orphans, honestly. Right player also will look a little sus. Okay, game ended really fast. 1 Han, sure, why not? Actually, that was my dealership, so that actually hurts. So my turn just got skipped over just like that. So I didn't even have a chance to make a significant hand, unfortunately. As you know, as a player that's in last place, I don't think that he should have wasted a round building a 1 Han hand. He could have, you know, every round is precious at this point, and if you're in last place, you need a lot of points to come back. So I don't think that was a correct move for the cross player. But looking at this hand, we have a pair of green, so that's one Han. And that's about it. Nothing significant about this hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't have a pair. Don't have a true pair. If I draw a 4, this gets really awkward because I just don't have any pairs. Okay, I made a call. I guess I'm just trying to win a fast hand, one Han hand. So this game, okay, well, I guess I am between tossing a 3 and waiting for the 5, or tossing a 5 and waiting for only 2 3s left in this game. So probability wise, the 5 has a better chance just by 1 tile, but the 5 is also very unlikely to be cut. People don't cut 5s. But I am opening my hand a lot this game, probably because I'm just trying to outpace people, or I'm trying to, when the scores are this close, I feel like every 1,000 or 2,000 points count. So that might be my thought process for why I'm playing a speed game. Oh, we won. They won with 1 Han and I won with 1 Han. Okay, not too big of a blowback on right player, but this is why you do not toss middle tiles like the 5. Okay, they're just very dangerous. This hand's okay. We have 1, 2, 3. We have about 3 tiles that we don't need, which is a fair amount. Oh, early 7 cut. I guess because I have my shapes already, right? I have 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape, 5 shape, and 6 shape. I already have 6 shapes, so might as well start cutting these close to the middle tiles that you don't need. If I draw 6 of bamboo, the Dora, this would be great. This would be a weight on a 3, a 6, a 9. If I can draw 6. This is extra, so this is probably the next cut. Yep. Again, I made another call. I think because I have a pair of the West. I know I have a Dora, or I have a Yaku, and I have a Dora, and I might possibly get another Dora, so I'm just aiming for 3 Han at this point. I'm not playing, so this game really, I'm playing some speed Mahjong. I'm playing open, fast hands, but they're not worthless. They're kind of, there's like 2 Han there at least. Okay, yep, filling. Tossed a 1, so I have a pair of 1s and I have a pair of 1s and pair of West. Oh, I tossed a pair of 1s. Might have been a mistake, honestly. Honestly, might be a mistake. I should be tossing the 8 and the 7, because if this is gonna be my Yaku, then I have no pairs. If I toss this, I have no pairs. So these 2 shapes needs to both stay for this hand to have a decent chance. What was I thinking? Very curious, unless I'm planning to toss the West out as well. Yeah, in my mind, maybe I'm thinking of a backup plan where I'm going for Tanya and I just have to start folding and toss out the West as well. Oh, I have Sanshoku. No, I don't. I don't have Sanshoku. This is not a valid hand. I likely made a mistake. and I'm just trying to stay in tenpai even though there's so many tiles left. The only thing that can save me is I can pong the west and toss some tile. Yeah, so I pong the west and I toss. I have to pick between a 7 and an 8. The 8 has a slightly better chance of being tossed out, is my logic, so that's the one that I'm waiting on. Is anyone else calling Ricci or okay. Was that on me? Yeah, that was on me. Yup. Lots of mistakes that round. Oh, I agreed it. You know what? Actually, I had a feeling. that this 8, when I had to choose between the 7 and the 8 a few turns ago, I had a feeling that this 8 was dangerous. And let's see, was he already waiting? He wasn't in tenpai yet, but he is waiting on an 8. So when he cut this 4, I already had a thought in my head that, okay, I'm going to toss a 7 because the 7 is safe to the 4. And because the 8 is more likely to be won off of. The problem came when I drew another 4. And now I have to pick between, do I want sideways? Do I want a chance at winning off a 1 and a 4, even though there's only one 1 left and 2 4s? So there's only 3 tiles left between the 1s and 4s and 3 tiles left for 8. So the chances, probability wise, are the same, but waiting on 2 tiles is slightly better than waiting on just 1 tile. However, like I said, people tend to draw out 8s, including myself, and I tossed it out and someone won. And that's my fault. Now I am getting closer to last place. It is South 2. So we have to really make a big hand. You know, I see a hand like this, and I probably just turn on the button that says no chi and no pongs. Yeah, so for this hand, actually, yeah, for this hand, I can envision it. This is your pair, 2, 3, 4. Connect either the 3 or the 4. You go 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna have a Ricci Pinfu. Yeah, just Ricci Pinfu. That's it. That's the best hand that this can make. And that's the hand we're gonna go for. And we need points, right? We have to go for it. Yeah, coming together a little bit. So the 1, 3 is our least good shape. The 2, 4 is okay. This would be our other choice. So I cut the 1, 3. Okay, so I drew a 2, and this is too many pairs. There's no way that I'm keeping all 3 of these pairs. You either cut the 1, or you cut the 2, because you want to be able to accept the 1, 2, 3, and possibly you could take a 2, 2, 2, but I really want the Pinfu. So I chose to cut the 2. My logic is also probably because if I do have to fold, folding the 1s, having the 1s in my hand gives me a better chance at folding later. I don't want to fold, but you see, someone calls Ricci. Now, do I have any safe tiles against this player? No. My best bet are the ones that I just held on to. Yep, so I toss the 1s, they pass. And I toss the other one. 6 is good. Okay, I now have 1 safe tile. Yep, so I fold a sumo. Happens. This does not look like a good hand. We have We have 6 honor tiles and 1 terminal tile. You're too far from half flush. The east gives you nothing. The south maybe. I probably would just start. My thought process is probably to just cut out all the honor tiles and just go from there. Keep the east because they can be your pair and you can still get pinfu off of it. The south we might hold on to a little bit because it does give us 2 Han if we do draw another one. So cutting out the north first because it's useless. Cutting the red and the white because they only give you 1 Han. This gives you 2 Han. Okay, I just drew another white, but that's okay. That happens. I cut an 8 here. The hand is coming along a little bit. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this 8 didn't belong anywhere in this hand and it had to be cut sooner than later. Okay, I drew another Dora. This disrupted my hand actually. I wanted to just keep it 3, 4, 5. Now I have to somehow fix the shape. I now need a 2 or a 6 or another Dora or another 3 or another 5 to somehow use up the both of them. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 pairs. I drew a lot of Norths. Okay, didn't even get a chance. Did not even get a chance to play. Was he in Ricci actually? I didn't notice. Yeah, so he called Ricci here, but I had so many honor tiles to fold with. I had the 1s here as well. Yeah, was this north the safest thing? No, the east was better. The 1s are even better to fold, but at this point I wasn't quite. I'm not gonna hard fold. One of my habits is that I do not hard fold enough, which might lead me to very risky pushes, but that's just my playstyle. I am in 3rd place. I am still gonna try, first place is kind of far. It's South 3. I might still be able to get into 2nd place if I can get a Mangan off of the right player. Doesn't look like the best hand. This looks like a fast hand, but has no value whatsoever. Ideally, we can get it into a pinfu status. We get a 1, 2, 3, and a 6, 7, 8. And then we'll have Ricci pinfu, and that's it. Okay, coming along, right? Coming along. We need 3, 6. We need a 7, ideally. Oh, I'm cutting shapes. Oh, I'm cutting shape because he called Ricci, yes. And I have no safe tiles. See, if I just kept 1 of these in my hand, maybe not the 1. Well, the 1 is good too because it's Suji. But this is the benefit of keeping an honor tile in your hand. I was going full offense, and my safest tile is a 9, and that's it. And he sumos with the Ipatsu. Okay. Yeah. This is a hard game. He is so far ahead, there's no way you get 1st place. But we can still try to chase for 2nd place. Okay. I drew another green. This 8 is extra. I have 2 Doras in my hand. This hand I am pushing. I am going for this hand. Sometimes, basically, Mahjong is a game of patience where you wait until you have a decent starting hand and you try to take it to its limit as fast as you can. Alright, I see 2 Doras and then I see a green that's 3 Han. Good enough for me. 4, 5, 4, 5. Probably cannot make Sanshoku. Yep, so I'm making calls. I'm making a little early call. because I didn't get the green yet, but it did come. But I was full blown offense, no folding, going for this.
Long.
There we go. Sometimes you just have to play fast, and I think that's the message that I wanted to convey with this game. That yes, you can fold a lot, but sometimes if your hand is really crappy and there's just nothing to fold, the best thing to do might be to be faster than the other players and just start opening your hand and making calls. But that's only if you know that you have some safe tiles to call. This looks like a fast hand. This looks like a possible Pinfu hand as well. Possible Sanshoku 2-3-4, 2-3-4, 2-3-4. I probably don't want this North. I can't think of anything that I can do with this North. Yep, so I cut it as soon as I can before someone else draws it. I make a cut on the... We have 3-4-4. We have 1-1. 2-3-4-4. We have a lot of pairs. 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair. We have 5 pairs. So technically when you have 5 pairs, you should be going for 7 pairs. However, because I'm dealer and a lot of these shapes are close to each other, I feel like I can still go for a regular normal hand. 3-4-4 is a good shape. 2-3-4. This 4 is extra, or you can go 1-2-3, 4-4. If I cut out the pair of 1s here, I can go Tanyao. I can get an extra Han for going Tanyao. 2-2-3 is also a good hand. So yeah, I probably was gonna cut this to go Tanyao. I'm not going for the 7 pairs. Once I cut this, I'm committed that I'm not going 7 pairs. I'm going for a regular hand. I want Tanyao, Pinfu, Ricci if possible. Yep, so I drew into a 1. No more Tanyao, but you know, this is okay. I am 1 from Tenpai. Huh, I tossed an 8. Oh, I tossed an 8 likely because I saw that there were so many 9s and 6 already cut. You know, there's a 9, 9, 6, 6 are already cut. So if I wait on wait with a 7, 8, there's only 4 tiles. There's only 2 6s left and 2 9s left. So I didn't want to wait on just those 4 tiles. So if anything, this might be a pair, and both of them might actually end up just being a pair. So no more Pinfu. I guess anything, as long as I can get into a winning hand, I'll be okay. I cut a 1 here because this translated to becoming my pair. And now I'm waiting on a 2-5 to get an Ipeko. Oh, I mean, it's safe. It's a safe tile. I don't mind it, but just drawing out a pair at this point is kind of funny. Okay, okay, yeah, I drew it. So I have a pure straight, and I have Pinfu. I almost have Tanyao, but pure straight, close hand, 2 Han. Pinfu, 1 Han. I have 3 Hans in this hand. Could I have pushed this and called Ricci? Yes, but the game, we're already on the 3rd roll. There's only about 4 more draws left, and I really didn't want people to fold on me. So I just, especially when I'm dealer, I just want to dama this, take the win, and hopefully get another round.
Sumo.
And I happen to just sumo the red 5. So sumo 1 more fun. So now we have 4 Han. And we accidentally bankrupt a cross player. resulting in us in second place. But honestly, that might have been the best scenario because I don't think we were catching up to first place. He's so far ahead. It's better to just bankrupt them and get on with the game. Secure your second place. Sometimes don't greed. But yeah, this game I played really fast, and sometimes not the safest either, right? Especially that first hand. When I started making that call, I'm pretty sure it's very likely because I recognize that I don't have safe tiles. And the only thing I can do is start tossing out some shapes. Because the 4, I know this is safe. The 2 is safe against one of them, and because he tossed the 8s before, it's kind of half Suji, right? 2-5-8. So it's not safe. They could be waiting on 2-5, but I risked it. I risked it for 1 Han. But if I won, I get both the sticks, so that's pretty good. So I started opening the hand. I started tossing everything on the side. The 3, in my logic, the 3-6-9, 3 is also half Suji. Not the safest thing to try to juggle around, but in my head, it's a little safe. I already dedicated to opening this hand, so I might as well see it through. And again, they had bad weights, so that was the reason why I opened this. Yeah, let's see. So I won 1 round, 2 round, speed games. I won this one with just 1 Han, right? I lost that one big one. South 2. Could I have done something different? South 2, no. It was hard to tell that the person was even in Tenpai. It was only, dealer. In this situation, when the person with the lowest score is in dealer, your goal, honestly, is to just win the fastest hand and move on. You don't want the person with the lowest score to have prolonged time sitting in the dealer seat, because that gives them a big chance to come back, and that affects everyone. Yeah, whoever's in last place, as long as it's not you, make sure that they stay in last place so you can even push. You can push and not be punished, because the person in last place is so far down that even if you lose to the other players, your position doesn't change. So let me see this one more time. What exactly did I lose on? Okay, I'm cutting the ones. Oh, I'm in Tenpai. I'm in Tenpai. Oh, but it's not. There's no Yaku. 2, 3, 4. Maybe if I took this 2, yeah. If I take this 2, and I toss, I'm not tossing that. Yeah, I toss this 8. I should take this 2. Sanshoku, toss this 8. I now have a Yaku, and I can keep the Dora 5 and accept a Dora 6. Which is what I did, and then, is this the one where I lost? No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Well, yes, it is the one. It is the one where I lost on the 8. However, it should have happened in a different sequence. If I took the 2 here, right? If I took the 2 here... Oh wait, no. I can't. I couldn't. I see, I couldn't have to. I just drew this 3. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate timing. Yeah, this happens. This is what happens when you play speed. You open your hand and you're just going in. The only thing was that I chose to switch my tile, which was not the smartest thing. Don't switch your tile. I'm banking that someone's gonna toss an 8, and then you're the idiot that tossed the 8, and then you lost to pretty much almost a Mangan. Yeah, 7,700. Yeah, so that's the biggest mistake I made that round. You can say the other rounds are questionable because of how I'm pushing for really low value hands, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. Yeah, so as you can see, even though I win with really low value hands, they do add up. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I won 5 rounds during this whole match, and I lost 1, which kind of hurt it, but it's okay. The other rounds kind of made up for it. Okay, so that would be it for this game, and hopefully I will get to the other ones soon. Thank you for watching.